aboyandhisdogs here, starting Hexcells Infinite. In our previous playthroughs, we went all the way through Hexcells and Hexcells Plus, getting perfects in all the puzzles. We're going to do the same for this game. Alright, let's go through the first world here. 1-1. Remove orange hexes to reveal the pattern underneath. The number in an empty hex tells you how many adjacent hexes are part of the pattern. Right click to mark a hex as part of the pattern, left click to destroy hexes that aren't part of the pattern. Okay. So that's the traditional layout. That's called that's what excuse me. That is the traditional layout in the first two games. It's neat that they allow you to change that in this now. Alright, so there's 6 around this one. We know we're gonna mark all those as safe. There are 0 here, we'll eliminate all of them around that one. We have 3 around that. We have 2 around that, so we can eliminate those. Last 2 for the 4. Getting a perfect on 1-1. Moving on to the next. Whenever you see 0, start with those first. It's always the easy ones. Okay, 2 there, 1 there. So since 1's connected here, we can go ahead and eliminate around there. 2 is connected here, so we can eliminate that one. Alright, so for here, only one of these 2 will be blue for that one. And on over on this side, one of these 2 will be blue for this one. So we know that these outside ones won't be blue. Getting a perfect in 1-2. Moving on to 1-3. Okay, so only one of these 2 will be blue. And so we know that there's 4 around here. All of these will have to be blue. And so we can eliminate the items around here. We've got our 2. Now we can solve for that. One, 2, 3. And we're going to go through some of these easy ones fairly quickly. If you have any questions about some of these early moves, feel free to leave me a comment and I'll be happy to help. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we have one connected to that. We have 3 there. We already have one connected to that, so those 3 will be eliminated. 1, 2, 3. We have our 3 there. Getting a perfect in 1-3. Let's move on to 1-4. Numbers inside brackets give the additional information that the surrounding hexes are consecutive. So with this blue, that means these 2 are the next consecutive blues. So we have 1, 2, 3. So we can eliminate the other 2. For this one, we know one of these 2 will be blue, but we're not quite sure yet. But that we do know is neither of these will be blue. We can eliminate those. Now we have enough information to fill the rest of that out. Alright, so for this bracketed 2, we know the center one will be shared no matter if we choose these 2 or these 2. So we'll mark that as blue. Now for this bracketed 3, it starts there, so we go 1, 2, 3. Getting a perfect in 1-4. Alright, moving on to 1-5. Start with our 0s first. Alright, since the 2 have to be connected, we know they can't be this bottom one. And it will we know that the center one will be blue, because it will be shared no matter which one of those 2 we choose. Got our 2 there. Okay. Alright, so down here, we can't mark this as blue. Actually, let's scratch that. Okay, so for this 2, if we selected these 2, then this one wouldn't work. So if we select these two, then that 2 would work. The 1s could potentially work. And if we selected one on the outside here and one on the outside here, we would get the 2 there, we would get the 2 there, we would get the 1 there. So we still have a couple options there. So in either of the scenarios, one of these two is going to end up having to be blue. So we know for this one can't be selected. Okay. Now for this 2, we know one of these two will be blue for this 2 to work. So we can eliminate this one. We have our bracketed 3. Now we can solve for our 2. Have our 3 there, 2 there, 1 there. Have our 3, 1, 2, 3. Getting it perfect in 1-5. Moving on to 1-6. Alright. Bracketed 2, we know the center will be blue. Okay, for that we know the center will be blue for the bracketed 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. I don't think we can really solve for that quite yet. 1, 2, 3. Have our bracketed 2 there. Alright, so for this we know we can eliminate this outside one. Alright, now we've solved for our bracketed 5. Alright, have our 2 now. Alright, so for this 3, we know that one of these 2 will have to be blue, solving that 1, so we can eliminate these 2 outsides. Alright, so using that logic, knowing that only one of these 2 is going to be blue, we can definitely know that this one beneath the 3 will be blue. Got our 2 there. Have our 2 solved for there. 1, 2, we've solved for our bracketed 2. Getting it perfect in 1-6. So that is the complete World 1 from Hexcells Infinite. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and hope to see you at World 2.